I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Brahmins, you made it back for day 2. And for those of you that this is your first day, welcome to OHS. We are so happy to get our school year started. Yesterday was the first day of school, and there's a little video montage that's coming up that maybe you'll realize that you are not alone. It was a little chaotic yesterday, but I promise every single day is going to get easier and more familiar. And pretty soon you're going to know even both campuses by in a month. You'll know them like the back of your hand. Okay. Here on main campus, you may have noticed that there's a couple of bells that are different from last year, if you were here last year. At the beginning of our first hours, we're having a moment of silence. And so our tardy bell is ringing at 7:04, and then another bell rings at 7:05 here on main campus to signify the end of that moment of silence. So why the change? Well, there was a new law that was passed this summer that is now requiring a moment of silence at the beginning of every single school day. So first period, we're taking a minute. So what do we do during that time? Well, that is up to you and your family. So you need to have a discussion within your own household about how that moment of silence is going to be used or how you would like to use that. The only thing that we are doing is facilitating a moment of silence. And then on main campus, you're going to hear a bell ring at 7:05, signaling the end of that and the time for class to begin. So what does that mean? Am I late at 7:05 when the bell rings for class to begin? No, the tardy bell is still at 7:04. So we need for you to be able to report to classes. Don't panic. We know that there were a lot of kids still figuring out schedules, pathways, trying to find classrooms yesterday. And every single day of this first week, we know that that is going to continue to get better. All right. Speaking of yesterday, maybe some of you felt a little overwhelmed. We know that first days of school is like an information dump. It's just you are getting inundated every class period with lots and lots of information, expectations. So we have some things to help you in each of those class. Every single class on OHS main campus will have expectation posters in their classrooms. So these are the non-negotiables for that classroom, and they should be posted in a pretty prominent area. So there are 2 school rules. That is, get to class on time and follow the expectations of the classrooms. And then each of your teachers are going to have posted non-negotiables in their classrooms. The things that they want to see happen or not see happen within their 4 walls. So make sure that you are taking a look around. Take a look around right now. See if you can locate where those non-negotiables are posted in each of your classrooms. Because just like in real life, out in the real world, expectations for behavior are going to change based on the different environments. So we're training you up for life after the diploma. All right, guys, what else?
Good morning, Brahmins. Welcome to day 2. Let's talk dress code for a minute. You know, we're like Miss Myers said, we've got a lot to share with you guys. We'll share a little bit as do's and don'ts every day so we don't overwhelm you. Miss Myers put in her parent bulletin, I can't remember if it was this past Sunday, Miss Myers. I read it about, it's put the handbook in there. Yes. About how you guys should dress and the dress code. So that's a really great resource. If you want a copy, just let me know. And remember, main things, we shouldn't see tummies. We should not see too much leg. Your shorts and your dresses need to hit mid-thigh. I think a good rule of thumb is that's usually around fingertip length, although we don't use that term anymore. Boys, you got to pull the pants up, put a belt on, make sure your undies are covered. And if you're breaking dress code, then we're going to give you some clothes to change into. And if we don't have something that works, then that's where we have to spend the day in ISS if nobody else can bring you clothes. We don't want you guys missing class. So just make sure you follow the basic dress code rules. And if you have a question, just let us know. But I did see a lot of stomachs yesterday. I don't know about you guys at freshman campus. So that rule hasn't changed. Shirts have to come to the top of the pants, guys.
Ms. Norman, what if I'm wearing jeans, but there's holes in them?
Oh, Ms. Myers, I am so glad you asked because I totally forgot about that. Yeah, the jeans with holes, it's the same rule as if you wanted to wear shorts, skirts, and dresses, ladies. That hole cannot be above mid-thigh. Listen, I have teenage daughters. I know it is becoming increasingly harder to buy short pants that don't look like they've been eaten up by the lawnmower. It's really hard. And now they're throwing holes in the back of pants. And we're paying a lot of money for them, ladies. But you got to make sure that those holes aren't much above your knee. So search. Those pants are out there, I promise you. And you still look super cute.
All right, I want to talk lunch for just a minute. We have obviously we've gone down to 2 lunches for you guys that have been here. And so we had a pretty good backup in the lunch line yesterday. I just want to point out that there are several food lines in there. I think some of the ladies got some direction for you, and we actually started moving a little bit quicker. But just know when you come into the cafeteria, there are at least 3 food lines for you to fill in. You don't have to just go through the one, and I promise you it'll go a little bit faster. Also during lunch, please pick up your garbage, any trash that you've generated while you're eating. We have a crack custodial staff, but they don't need to pick up your garbage. So please be a good citizen. Keep our area nice and clean. Also wear your IDs. I've seen few of you with some real nice new IDs. We're going to be checking those real soon. Also, Mr. Buckner is making an offer to anybody out there who is still interested in playing football. So this is kind of a rare opportunity. If you still are interested, including freshmen, you'll need to see him right away. He may have a spot for you. Of course, you've got to have a physical and fill out some paperwork ahead of time. But he is offering that a tryout, if you will, for those of you who may have missed his tryouts earlier in the year. Also, by the way, there's a nice article on TC Palm with Mr. Buckner and several of our football players mentioned in it. I think all of us here spent a late night or early Saturday morning at Midnight Madness. I had a great time at that. I was tired, but we had a good time. So shout out to you guys who played so hard and you coaches who are working so hard.
Good morning, Brahmins. As Ms. Norman mentioned, dress code. So we're going to need to clean that up. I'm going to email all of our class of 2025 the dress code today. So once you get your Chromebook, because you'll be rotating through in your English classes to pick those up today, go ahead and open your email and check that out. Read it carefully. Those are your guidelines. If you want to wear something and it's questionable, 2 choices. Probably the best choice is if you're not sure, just bring something that you know meets dress code with you in case you have to change, and then find one of us in the morning. We're outside in the courtyard, and ask us if what you have on is acceptable, and we'll let you know. If it's not, we'll send you to change. No foul, no issue, don't wear it again. However, if you don't bring something and it's questionable, then you're going to have to call someone to bring you some clothes to change into, or you're going to have to find something that's probably not very fashionable in Miss Shirley's little clothing closet. So please make sure you are following the dress code. Ms. Shirley?
Perfect. All right. Well, good morning again, students. I'm going to piggyback on a couple of things that Mr. Stewart said as well. Cleaning up at lunches and breakfast. So please make sure that you are cleaning up. We don't have a maid service. Mr. Gary is out there to keep things clean and around our campus. So do your part. Oh, yep, there goes the radio. Also make sure that you are with your IDs. As you get them today, you are expected from here on out to be wearing them. Okay. So make sure you have those on here at the freshman campus and at the high school. Also, we have your Chromebooks being passed out today as well. You should have it by now. Next week, starting on Monday, we will have optional Chromebook insurance forms available for you. Chromebook insurance is $20. Last but not least, buses. If you did not ride one this morning or you have never ridden one before, please ask your teachers to email Miss Fonseca because Miss English will be passing out Chromebooks. We want to make sure that you get home appropriately, but you don't just need to get a pass just because. With that being said, one last thing, when you're eating lunch and breakfast, please keep our courtyard beautiful by not running through our planters. All right, and that's it for me.
All right, I want to continue our Brahmin Way challenge for the week. Yesterday, it was to look for someone who may look lost or need help and offer your assistance. Today, try and talk to someone or have a conversation or get to know someone that you don't know already. I spoke to a lot of students yesterday, and the difference maker for their first day was the new friendships that they had already formed, just meeting new people. So I challenge all of you to look for someone that you may never have had a conversation before, engage in a conversation and try and get to know one another. It's this time of year that we really start strengthening our Brahmin community. All right. Day 2, here we go. As together we
Move forward
And be great.
And B,
Brahmins.
all day.
all day.
One word.
Hectic. Confusing.
Awesome.
Pleasant. Unique.
Long.
Been really fulfilling but tiring. Tidy. Complicated. Interesting.
Okay, summarize your first day of school in one word.
Boring. Boring. Confusing.
Hectic.
Lost. Chaotic. Amazing. Interesting.
Morning OHS! With school starting, so do clubs. That being said, NHS members, we will have our first meeting this Thursday, August 12th at 2:30 in the cafeteria. Please pick up a club form and a drug consent form from the dean's side of the office. There is a wooden display with forms located as soon as you walk in. It would be best to get these forms early this week, fill them out, and return to Mrs. Reister at the meeting. Have a great day and see you soon.
Good morning, Brahmins. If you're a returning FFA member or interested in becoming one, please come to the Ag Barn right after school for our first monthly meeting on August 17th. Meetings aren't going to be like last year, and your attendance is required. So please, join us for delicious walking tacos and a plate full of information. For any questions or concerns, feel free to contact the advisors or message the Okeechobee Brahmin FFA Instagram page. We hope to see you there.